Hey everyone, Happy New Year! My name is Rania and today I want to talk about 2020 reading resolutions. I cannot honestly believe that we're in 2020 already. Like 100 years later, Gatsby was celebrating and making parties waiting for Daisy to arrive and now we're here. I was going through my Goodreads challenge earlier and I was reflecting on my readings of last year and I discovered that I read around 50 books last year. It's not that much, it's actually few compared to what I usually read. I usually aim for something that's around 100, but it's not about the number really, I don't care. I care that I read a lot of non-fiction last year and a lot of memoirs, that's for sure. But I was thinking about what can I do now to improve my reading or to try to read more than last year, and I came up with a few points that I would like to implement into my reading in 2020, so let's get started. Rule number 1 on this list, and it is the most important rule, which is to read the books I own. As you can probably tell, I own a lot of books, and unfortunately I haven't read them all, so in 2020 I aim to change that. I've been thinking a lot lately about the consumer ideology and how consumerism affects our lives, and I really don't want to be that person who just buys things for the sake of buying them and doesn't actually enjoy them. In this case, I don't want to be the person who buys books and hoards them into their shelves. Yes, it's important to say that you'll get to it eventually, you keep buying books, and of course this is, as Alaska would say, my life's library, but I don't want it to be my life's library. I want to read it today. I don't want to buy things just for the sake of buying them. I want to actually enjoy them. Now, of course, I'm not saying that I'm never going to buy any other book again until I read all of them. That's just not realistic for me. And I do get a lot of books as gifts, so that's also gonna keep happening, I suppose. What I'm saying is that I want to at least read more than I'm buying. If I am reading more than I'm buying, then I will be happy with it. So I'll try to read as much as I can and buy less. And you know, whether it's on my shelves, on a library's shelf, my life's library is always going to be there. The books that I want to read, they're always going to be there available for me to read. So might as well just get through the ones I own so I can go get more books. I swear to you, this is going to be the hardest rule to follow this year, and I'm not saying I'll succeed, I'm just going to say that I'll try. The second rule is, and yes, I know this is a scary one, but the second rule I want to do this year is to give some of my books away. Again, I've been thinking a lot about material things lately, and I found that us in the bookworm community or the bookish community, we place a lot of value on the books itself, while what should really matter is the experience of reading it, not the actual book. Now wait a second, I have not gone mad, and I know you all want to kill me for saying this, but let's face it, if your house was set on fire and you had the option of saving a few of the books you own, 90% of the books you own are probably just books. They don't mean much to you. Okay, not 90, probably 80%. There's always gonna be that 10 or 20% that you cherish and love, and trust me, I absolutely understand that I would save those books before I save myself. But the majority of the books you own are just books on your bookshelf, right? This thought has been haunting me a lot lately, and I did give some of my books away to the public library, but if I'm to be honest with myself, those are the books I didn't really like and I didn't really care a lot about. They were probably just given to me by publishers and stuff like that. And yeah, those are the ones that I didn't care and I should have held anyway. So I gave them to the public library thinking that someone out there might use them instead of just being on my shelves, and I didn't even like them. So in 2020, I want to give more books to people. I do usually give my books to people and I do loan them to people. But I am very skeptical and I'm very selective about the books that I give and the people I give it to. So I should force myself to give more of my books to people, knowing that, yes, maybe they will ruin them. Maybe I will never see them again. But there's also a possibility that they will enjoy them and give it back to me. Maybe that book will change their lives. Maybe that book will help someone in need. I think that I will be satisfied and happy knowing that there might be a chance where my books are going to do something good in the world instead of just sitting beautifully and sadly on my bookshelf. The third point is to make reading fun again. A few years back, mainly when I entered college and university, whatever you want to call it, I majored in English, so I was assigned a lot of readings. I read a lot of fancy, smart books. Trust me, I'm not saying that those books are bad. I'm saying that these books are challenging and they are the most fascinating books you will ever read in your lives. They have definitely shaped my life. I don't think I'll be the same without them. They are just mind-blowing. But these books aren't exactly fun to read. Now, of course, I do try to read diversely as much as I can, but to be honest, this has been my genre of choice and my pile of reading. But I do miss reading books that are just entertaining. For example, I barely read sci-fi or fantasy anymore, genres that I have admired all of my life. These are the genres that got me into reading, and I barely sacrifice any time to them anymore. I guess what I'm saying is that I will always read diversely, that's granted for sure, but maybe reading for fun a little bit or entertainment wouldn't kill me. And I guess that's it from me today, book nerds. These are my reading resolutions for 2020. I wish you a happy year. Tell me, what do you think about your reading resolutions for 2020? Did you actually think about it? What do you want to change about your reading habits? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you liked the video, share and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Salam!